Welcome to this short video on assertiveness in the workplace. Being assertive is a core communication skill. Assertiveness can help you express yourself effectively and defend your point of view. Being assertive means that you are able to do this while respecting the rights and beliefs of others. As such, assertiveness can help boost your self-esteem and earn others' respect. This is also another way of saying that you are self-assured and confident. It is a very good trait to have and to use in your personal and professional life. Expressing your opinion and speaking directly. When it comes to expressing your opinion and speaking directly, it is important to be respectful. Assertive people take the time to understand what others are saying and consider their feelings and ideas. They do this so that they can respond better if needed. The more you understand and empathize with others, the better you will become at expressing your own opinion in a clear and respectful way. There are many situations where it is appropriate to express your opinion and speak directly. In many situations, it is also appropriate to address a mistake you made. When you are trying to solve a problem or find a solution, it is appropriate to express your opinion. In order to avoid causing offense, it is also important to maintain appropriate levels of self-awareness. If you find that you are frequently expressing your opinion and speaking directly, take a moment to examine your thoughts and feelings. If, for example, you find that you frequently take things too seriously or find yourself in unnecessary arguments, it may be a good idea to take a step back and reassess your approach. Making eye contact with others. When people are talking to you, it is important to maintain eye contact. Maintaining eye contact can help you keep an open mind when listening to others. It can also help you avoid distractions, such as looking at your phone or computer when you are trying to have a conversation with someone. When you look someone in the eye when they speak with you, you show that you are listening to them. This can help build rapport and encourage others to be more open with you. Making eye contact is also showing respect from your side when you are in a conversation, as this shows the other party that you are focusing on them and what they have to say. Taking responsibility for your own mistakes. When you make a mistake, it can be tempting to become negative and critical of yourself. This reaction is common when we are feeling frustrated or overwhelmed, but it is not an appropriate or effective way of dealing with your mistakes. A more productive and healthy way to handle mistakes is to take responsibility for your own. This does not mean that you have to accept all of the blame if it is not appropriate, but rather admitting that you made a mistake, learning from it, and ensuring that it does not happen again. Taking responsibility for your mistakes, more often than not, reflects more positively on you than negative. It is also a very good leadership trait to have. Make sure everyone is on board with a decision. Take the time to make sure everyone is on board with a decision. Even if you have made your decision, it is important to let others know about it and still invite their input. This is especially important when you are leading a team. When you are leading a team, you can help all team members to make better decisions if you take the time to ensure that everyone is on board with decisions. Taking the time to invite your team members' input into a decision can help you avoid making rash decisions based on assumptions or being negligent due to impatience or urgency. When you discuss a project or task that has a big decision connected to it, make sure that all the team members give their input. Not only does this show that you are a good leader, but also that you value your team members' feedback. Taking pride in yourself and your team. If you pride yourself on doing a certain job or role, ensure that you are actively taking steps to improve. This can help you feel better about yourself, which can in turn help you do better work. Similarly, taking pride in your team members can help you stay positive when they are experiencing challenges. This can help you to avoid making excuses when someone is struggling and to rather help and encourage them to push through those challenges. When team members feel valued and they see that their leaders are proud of them, they tend to take even more pride in their own work and push themselves to do an even better job. Using I statements. When trying to be assertive, it is important to start using I statements. When you are being assertive, you are trying to state your needs in a way that helps the other person understand what they need to do and why they need to do it. Assertive people accomplish this through words like I need and I would like. Assertive people do not simply state, you need to do this for me. This can come across as rude and does not always succeed in getting the other person on board with what you need from them. Assertive communication is about being honest, direct, and open to receiving negative feedback. When you are being assertive, you want to communicate as clearly and honest as possible. All of this can be difficult for people who are not used to speaking this way. The good news is that the more you practice it, the more natural it will become. People are more likely to jump on board with your decisions when they get valued for their input and they are seen as part of the team and not just an employee. When you do use the I statements, make sure that you come across as a team leader rather than a bossy manager. Using body language. When trying to be more assertive, it is important to also stop and think about the nonverbal cues that you are sending out. Assertive body language means that you make sure to stand or sit up straight and look people in the eye. These may seem like small things, but they are powerful indicators of your mood and feelings and can have a strong influence on how others perceive you during communication. Looking self-assured and confident through your body language can also help you to better convince other team members to assist you in tasks and projects. Team members would rather follow the lead of a confident leader rather than someone who isn't sure of themselves. Getting comfortable with saying no. Some requests from coworkers or even managers may, at times, feel unreasonable or intrusive. In these cases, you should be able to establish whether you are willing or able to oblige and feel comfortable saying no when needed. You have the right to say no when you have a valid reason, it is out of your skill set, or it is not related to your work. Being assertive means you can decline unreasonable requests with calm confidence. If people in the office seem to have a hard time understanding your boundaries, you may need to be more explicit about them. Saying no is not always a bad thing, and it doesn't mean you are lazy or not in the mood to do a specific task. It simply means that you know how far your experience and knowledge stretches, and pushing beyond those limits might negatively affect the task or project. Remaining open to positive and negative feedback. Some people who are trying to be more assertive will get very defensive when someone points out a trait that is lacking in their assertive communication. This is normal, but it is important to remember that there are two sides to all communication. It may feel awkward to receive feedback at first, but you will get used to it. It is important not to get frustrated or offended when someone gives you feedback, because the aim of being more assertive is to receive feedback on your communication skills and then improve those skills using the feedback you received. Both negative and positive feedback is required in order to grow and develop as a person and a professional. Rehearsing your conversations. Rehearsing your conversations is not a replacement for actually speaking out loud, but it is a great way to stay on track and get a feel for how to use your words and body language. You will probably have to do this a few times before it really sinks in. In time, you will not have to think about it so much, and you will naturally use more assertive communication. Communication takes practice, just like any new skill. With practice, you will get better at being more assertive and having clearer and more effective conversations. It may take some time, but with a little effort, you will see a dramatic improvement in your communication skills. It is always better to come prepared than not know what is going on. Employees, employers, and customers tend to trust someone who is prepared and self-assured more than someone who doesn't know what is going on. Remembering that you can't control others. You cannot make your boss or colleagues act the way you want them to. However, there are things you can control, such as your own behavior and reactions. You can, for example, choose to be assertive or passive. Some people are naturally more passive than others, but there are situations in which it can be beneficial to take a more passive approach. Being passive, for example, can give you more time to think about what you want to say. It can also make other people more open to listen to what you have to say. Being more assertive, on the other hand, can help you to get others on board with your ideas and see results faster. But you cannot force team members to do what you would want done. Each member has their own way of doing a task and getting the results that they want. Practicing assertiveness in low-risk situations. Many people are afraid to speak up. It can therefore be a good idea to practice being assertive in situations where there is no real risk of being resisted or embarrassed. In this way, you can practice your skills and improve your confidence in situations where there is less risk of failing or getting hurt. Try to speak up in meetings, ask questions in interviews, or talk to your manager about projects you are working on. Practicing assertiveness in these low-risk situations can help you build confidence and learn what might be intimidating to you. With practice, you will get better at assertive communication. You can, for example, become less shy and better able to handle situations where there is a chance of being vulnerable. Expressing yourself positively. When you do say something, make sure it's positive. This will help you stay assertive in the long run. If you say something negative, it could come back negatively. People are generally more likely to hear what you have to say if it's positive. Try and take a moment to think about what you are going to say before you say it so that it comes across positively. This can help you stay assertive, and it will keep your tone from turning negative. Demonstrating confidence. Now that you've learned how to begin being more assertive, it's time to put these skills into action. The best way to learn is through practice. Try to be more assertive in small ways, like walking around the office smiling and asking questions during interviews. Try to be more assertive in your daily tasks, like asking for help and being assertive with your manager about projects. Even if you're not sure how to be more assertive, the first step is to try. Taking small actions to be more assertive may be uncomfortable at first, but it shows confidence and will influence the way others communicate with you. This will in turn build you skills and confidence, and soon you will be a more assertive communicator. Assertive communication is not a license to say what you want no matter what. Assertive communication is about being as clear and honest as possible with your words and body language. Assertiveness can help you stand up for yourself and your team members while maintaining good relationships. Assertiveness can also help you feel better about yourself and your team members, which can ultimately help you do better work. Thank you for watching this short video on assertiveness in the workplace.